it's gotta be Sarah C, and it's time for another makeup tutorial. Over her winter break, my sister introduced me to the game Undertale, so this week I transformed myself into her favorite character from the game, Papyrus. If you like this look, please give it a thumbs up and keep on watching to learn how to recreate it. I start by applying a bald cap with Pros-Aid adhesive. I mark where my ear holes will be and use small scissors to cut them out. Once all my edges are glued down, I stipple 2 layers of latex onto them so they blend down into my skin, but never apply liquid latex directly to someone's face because it's a very common allergen. Always do a patch test on their wrist or inner arm first to see if a rash or irritation occurs. While the latex dries, I block out my eyebrows, then powder them and the latex so they're not sticky. I use a nude eyeliner to start mapping out my shapes. This look isn't really practical to wear out since it's more of an illusion body paint, meaning it only really looks good from one angle, but it's a really fun look to do and photograph. These types of body paints are all about knowing where to place your shapes, since you're trying to create new facial features and conceal yours. For example, I place the lower lines of his eyes right where my eyelids meet when I blink, so my eyes will be as hidden as possible. The trickiest part of this look is probably the jaw. His jaw is a vertical line, but when you sketch it onto your face and neck, you have to include a small curve along your jaw so the line appears straight from the front. The first color I add is white. I usually like to start with my lighter colors because it's easier to cover light colors with dark than to cover dark colors with light if I make a mistake. Then I fill in his red cape. The last color is black. I use a large brush to fill in the big areas, but leave a gap between my colors so I can use a smaller, more precise brush to get crisp lines. And I paint my ears black as well so they blend into my black background. I use a smaller brush to start adding in his detailing. Papyrus is a very simple and clean style of animation, so you want your lines to be very smooth. So pick up your brush as little as possible when tracing the lines you mapped in. Now here's what I was talking about earlier about concealing my eyes. I paint the black right where my eyelids meet, so when I close my eyes, that line is hidden. Last, I add his nose, which is basically just an upside-down heart, and I hide my nostrils in the bottom of the shape, so my features are less obvious than Papyrus's. Thank you so much for watching my Papyrus tutorial. All of the products used will be listed in the description below. If there's any looks you'd like to see me create, let me know in the comments. If you use any of my tutorials, be sure to tag me on social media. I'd love to see your recreations. To see more of my work, check me on Instagram and Facebook. Links in the description, and I will see you next time.